Hi, my name is Crystalline Taylor Hull. I am the daughter of Glenda Miskin, and last month, in the month of May, the year 2025, I had the privilege of interviewing her about these quilts that she likes to make. She makes them for her grandchildren, but has made many others in her life. And so we get to hear the story of how this began. How did she get the talent? Why she made each one, and who they're for. I also included within these different video clips pictures to help you understand even clearer what she's referring to, including the house in Sunset that she talks about moving into as a young girl and then lived there until she married my dad, Ross Downing Taylor. That's it. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start with your name.
All right. I'm Glenda Miskin
Where were you born?
in Rupert, Idaho in 1945, right when World War II ended.
And okay, so let's talk about quilts. I mean, so we're not going to give a whole history of your life, and we're just going to get pieces of it.
Okay.
So to just kind of catch us up to speed of logistically, where did you live? So you went from Rupert, Idaho to where?
Oh my goodness, we moved around constantly. Well, we lived in Burley for a short time till the war was over, and my dad came home and got us. We lived with Aunt Olivia and Uncle Roy and their family. And then I think we went to California, then came back to Utah, and we lived in Clearfield, Bountiful, I think 3 different houses. North Ogden, and then went from North Ogden to different houses to Sunset. And Sunset, when I was, I think, 12, in Young Women's, we moved to Sunset. And so that's where my youth began, or whatever. And speaking of quilts, I painted some square, I think they were teddy bears maybe, I can't remember. And then put that together as a quilt and invited my new friends over in Sunset, and we tied that quilt when I was, I think, 12, but maybe 13.
So we don't have the quilt with us right now, but you're going to send
True.
pictures and videos and stuff, and so after we get done talking, then you'll see those. But that was the first blanket that you remember making, right?
Yes, I'm sure it was.
Well, we have quite a few. So how did you learn to quilt? I mean, like sew them together. There's aspects. How do you build this quilt?
My mother sewed all of her life, and she worked for Bon Marché in the alteration department. And I remember calling her up one day, the phone was on the wall, called her up and said, "Mom, the boys won't do what I ask them to." And I guess I was in charge of them. And then she quit that Bon Marché business. She pulled an alteration sign in our window there in Sunset, and she started bringing in customers doing alterations at home. And so she worked from home. Well, she taught me how to sew.
Yeah.
I bought a sewing machine when I was probably 25 or some number. I don't remember.
But so then when you made this quilt when you were 12 years old, when you first moved there, you were just sewing on Grandma's machine.
Of course, yeah.
What was that machine like? What
It was a
machine?
FAF, and it was what was it like?
Well, it was a FAF because the one that she bought later was a FAF. So was that one a FAF too?
I'm sure it was.
Okay.
And it had the knee pressure, so you could regulate the speed with your knee.
So it was
It
electric.
didn't have a foot pedal. And
But you.
oh, and when I was little, and I don't know how old, I don't know what city I lived in, but I was little, so I think I was probably this tall. And it had a belt that went from the motor to the whatever belt goes to. And I remember getting my hair caught in that.
Was it electric or was it a pedal?
No, it was electric. It was an electric
Okay.
sewing machine.
But the belt was exposed, so that when
Belt
you.
was exposed.
So when you.
So I must have been right there watching what she was doing. So I guess that's why I learned to love to sew, because she taught me how to sew.
And as you're watching, your hair gets caught in this belt.
Well, she stopped the machine now. I don't remember it hurting, but I do remember I got my hair caught in the in the belt. And
So then you're sewing, so you learned to sew. So did you sew all of these blocks? So after you painted these pictures on fabric with some kind of fabric paint that doesn't wash out, you then sewed all these blocks together.
well, you know, as plain fabric material, and then the picture, and then a plain fabric material, kind of like that, every
Yeah.
other square.
How did you design the pictures that you were painting?
Well, they were already printed. I'm sure I brought those blocks with a printed bear or rabbit or whatever it was on it, and just painted it pink or blue or yellow or whatever I wanted.
And then how did you quilt the top? So then now you've sewn it all together. You put probably batting in between and a back on it. And then how did you string it up
Well,
on a quilting frame?
Mother had the old-fashioned quilting frames, you know, with the 2x4s that you would roll, and we tied the quilt. And my friends helped me tie the quilt.
Tied it with like yarn? Oh, now I'm remembering. It's yellow, right?
It is yellow.
Okay, I remember it now.
Yeah, the back is a yellow plaid, I think.
Yeah. It almost looks like a baby quilt, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Did you use it for your babies?
I have it in my storage.
I remember Clint.
I
in
probably
a
used it on my
picture of
babies,
Clint
yes.
with it. Or maybe it
Really?
was Josh. Like, I don't remember. I remember a picture of Clint wrapped up in it. Or no? Okay.
Could have been,
Or
no,
Josh.
could have
Maybe
been.
it was Josh.
I'm not saying no, I'm saying I don't remember.
Well, you still have it. It's still in your
I
possession.
still have
and
it.
I'm sure that you wrapped
I'm sure I did
all
too.
of us in many a time.
It was probably...
On our beds. I mean, like, it was used.
It was. And it was probably a single bed quilt.
Yeah.
You know, not a double bed quilt or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, it's too bad I don't have it, but another day we'll have it.
Yeah, we'll video it and take
Okay.
pictures and
Okay.
have it. But so that's when you were younger, and then you want to do your, like, fast forward to getting ready to leave the house, and I know it is a hope chest. But so tell us, tell us about your hope chest?
Well, Mother gave me a cedar chest, which when you put stuff into it, it's a hope chest.
But it smells like cedar, and it's
It is
used
cedar
for cedar
inside.
to keep the moths out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
that's probably right.
It is a cedar chest, and it has a. We're gonna video it here, but it has a veneer of a different wood on the top, but the inside is solid cedar.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. I did make a quilt after I graduated from high school, which I bought it also, and then embroidered cross stitches on it. In fact, we've got it right here, so we can take a look at it.
But so you get the cedar chest. Tell us the story of the cedar chest. Who got it for you? Did you buy it? Like, what was what's the purpose in a hope chest? What is that?
Mother bought it for me for high school graduation, and a hope chest is what you put your things into so you'll have them when you get married. It's your hope that I get married chest, I guess. Anyway, so that's true. I did make that and put it into my hope chest, and embroidered on it, and then quilted it. So I quilted it, not tied it.
Woo! That's a lot of quilting out. We'll look at it in just a second. Was there
Okay.
anything else in this hope chest? Can you remember putting anything
in the
else
hope
in it?
chest?
Yeah, what else did you put in there?
Wow. Probably everything that was really important to me to keep. Probably put it in there.
Like what?
I'm trying to think what might, like maybe a scrapbook or something that I would make, not to wear today, but to wear out there after I got married or something. I'd like an apron. I don't really remember anything being in there, but that's what it was for.
Okay, so let's go check out the blanket.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Stay there. Okay. This quilt was now your second quilt that you've made. So the first quilt was
I think it was
the baby quilt that is now still kept.
Yeah.
And this is
This is an adult, queen size bed or something, at least a double bed size. And it's embroidered. I'm sure I bought the fabric with it printed on it, and I just followed the printing and cross-stitched it. I'm sure that's what happened. And then,
okay. It's the size for a queen, right?
yeah. And should we open it up?
Yeah. The key's long gone. But the reason that it's here is because you gave it to me a few years ago, and now I've filled it with a bunch of stuff. But
Yep, I don't remember what was in it. I do remember this chat. I don't know what it's called. Yeah.
and this is like you do lots of sewing. So this is a baby blessing dress for Olivia that you made out of your wedding dress to Mike Workstrom.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
With lots of sewing. Your cedar chest was
Cute
full of
dress.
stuff.
Yep. Hold her and let the dress hang down. Give her the blessing. I remember.
So now I store lots of my keepsakes in here, but your cedar chest was always, it had a key for a long time.
It did, and that's where we would keep the Christmas presents until Christmas morning, unless they were bigger than that, but that's where the Christmas presents from Santa were kept. The other ones were wrapped or whatever, but from Santa, they were in there with a locked key.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. I have many memories sitting on this all the time, like in your bedroom or wherever, from house to house
Really?
to house we lived.
Okay.
That's how you kept it for a long time.
Okay. Yes.
So you have a cedar chest, and you put this one in your cedar chest.
When it was finished.
How old were you?
I don't know, 25.
Okay,
Some
so
number.
out of high school before you get married, because you
Yes.
got married at about what age?
27,
Okay.
something like that.
So and then how did you make this?
Well, I bought the fabric and just started doing the cross stitching on it, and then put the batting in it and bought the back, and then I think I had it quilted. I don't think I quilted this.
It looks like each one is a square, so each diamond is its own separate square, because you can see the seams where they're stitched together. So it looks like so here's a seam.
Yeah, all the way, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe they're strips.
They are.
And then how did you know what pattern to do?
Well, it was drawn on there. I just followed the pattern.
So it's
I didn't make up any of this.
So it's like a kit.
Yes, it was a kit, exactly.
That's a lot of cross stitching.
Well,
You did all of these blue stitches.
But I mean, if you got nothing to do and, you know, time to spare, blah, 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 it's no big deal.
Well, you were living at home with
Yes.
your family still and working a job.
Yeah.
But you had a lot of time to spare.
And you were going to school.
Yes. And I did belong to the student ward at Weber State. And that my second year there, they made the Relief Society president. I was just throwing that in. We're changing the subject.
So you didn't have a lot of spare time.
Well, I don't know, but anyway, in the meantime, I did this. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Student or Relief Society president, going to Weber State to get an executive secretary degree, and working a job. Where did you work?
I think it was IRS. It was on 12th Street in north end of Ogden. Maybe IRS.
So I made this quilt, put it in your home chest.
Yeah.
Okay. It's some cool patterns on the back. You probably didn't hand stitch all of this. Somebody
No,
did.
I really don't think I did the quilting
Somebody
on this.
did hand stitching, because that is hand stitches. Those are not machine.
Yeah, but it's uniqueness that I wouldn't know how to do.
Okay. Very cool. Okay, so that's on the hope chest.
Okay.
And then you get married and have 4 kids. You get married to Ross Downing Taylor, my dad, Clint, Chad, Crystalline, and Josh, and then move to Oregon. And up in Oregon, I remember a jean quilt that was about 10-inch square jeans, and a 10-inch square jean, 10-inch square jean, and you fussy cut it out where you like cut around the pocket and include the pocket and include the zippers. And I just remember one of them was overalls, and you can unsnap the overall.
Yes.
And
I probably did that too. Yeah.
And it was easy because we would take it to the beach to do sandcastles with the ward.
Yeah, there was a sandcastle ward event in beach something or another near Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, blankets. You just used everything that you could find to reuse it. Like I remember toy bags that were made out of jeans, and then you would just cinch them up at the top with a rope of some kind, and so you have this jean toy bag. That's true. I can remember that myself. Bag would be about this big, and then it would be all the dolls and dishes and doll clothes. This one would be the trucks, the wagons, and the boy stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
And then in 2015 or 16 or so, you came to live with, so fast way forward to now I have children.
Yes.
And we're living in Texas.
Yes.
And you return off of your mission.
Yes.
And at some point you made this one. Actually, before you even got off your mission, you made this jean quilt. So the red stripe is the border you put on your quilt.
That could have been.
No, I'm telling you, that is the way it is.
Okay,
I remember that. Yes, I remember that. So this
right.
is the actual border that you put on, and this is the jean quilt. And then
Wait
you
a
gave
minute.
it to Emmett.
Well, did you make these crosses?
Yeah.
I did not.
Right, I did. So here's the story. I live in Woodruff, Utah.
Okay.
And you made a jean quilt with my old jeans. So these are my jeans, and you took them and you cut them out and you re-sewed them. I remember these were my pregnancy jeans. This was my boot cut cowgirl jeans. These were a cute little pair of jeans that Cameron always loved to wear.
Okay.
So these are my jeans that you cut up and made a jean quilt out of.
Okay.
And then a few years after that, we're living in Texas, and this little jean blanket is just not big enough.
Yeah.
I need a twin size blanket, and so I added the border,
Okay.
the batting,
Okay.
and cross stitches on it.
Okay.
So there you go, that's how we get it. But see how this is like a flannel heart you cut out and you machine embroidered it on.
I think I probably did.
So it's not hand embroidered, but
No.
it's machine embroidered.
Yep.
That little stitch on there. It's-
Mm-hmm.
You did everything with
Looks like I
machine.
did a couple of them. One here. Looks like there's one down here.
Yeah.
So,
In 2009, so there you go. Grandma or Glenda Borkstrom, 2009.
okay. 2009.
Yeah, in Woodruff. We lived in Woodruff, Utah.
Yeah, that's when I did it, not Texas.
Right. I added to it
Oh, in Texas.
in Texas. But
Okay,
you
that's
originally
true.
made, the portion that you made
Okay.
was done in 2009
Okay, all right.
while you lived in South Ogden.
That's smart to put the year on there, you know that?
Yes. 2000. You lived in South Ogden at the time with
I think that's right.
still married to Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're in
Then-
Texas. You go, Mike passes away. You go on a mission. You get off your mission. You're now living with us, 2015, something like that, in Bryan, Texas.
And you gave me a project.
Yes, I needed more blankets, and I have so many jeans.
So we made this, and I gave it to Olivia.
But where's the rest of it? Evasive maneuvers!
It's a video, say hi.
Hi Olivia, this is for you. I love you.
So some of them had flowers on them. Of course, it's pink, so of course, there's no way I was going to give that to a boy who gave it to Olivia. And then the back,
Well, we planned it for Olivia. I needed a blanket for
oh,
Olivia.
is that what it was? Okay.
And we had to decide on what color, and I said pink. She likes pink, which she totally outgrew later. But at the time, she loved pink. She got so much attention for being a girl that when she wore pink and purple, everybody gave her attention.
Well, that's good.
So she loved pink for a while.
That's good. So what I did was, the Levi was here, and I put the fabric on the back of it. And then here's a piece of Levi, and it has this fabric on the front. So it was two pieces of fabric. There was no lining, batting, thank you. Just sewed it together, sewed it together, sewed it together, and this is how the back looks, which is fun. And this is how the front looked. And so that's all. So then I gave that to Lydia, and then that gave me the idea that I could make each one of my grandkids a quilt. And I'd make it a Levi quilt. So I started doing that.
And I got more creative as the years went on.
And we have one of the examples here, so
Okay, let's do this, look at it. Yeah, so this is just an idea of the quilts that I made in the future, where I would make a 9-inch square, and then this would be Levi, and then the back I did completely, you know, different than I did Olivia's, and then I would write a statement to that grandchild. This happens to be to Emmett, and tell them how awesome they were and that I loved them. And then I started doing kind of a secret surprise where I would put a $2 bill in the pocket. And then when I give them the quilt, I say, be sure and check the pockets because they might not be sewn correctly. And I remember Taylor called me and said, the pockets are fine, Grandma, thanks for the quilt. I said, well, did you see the surprise in the pocket? He said, surprise? Hung up the phone, called me back in 2 minutes and said, okay, I found it. It's a $2 bill. Thanks for the surprise. That was very fun. So that's what I do now. And now I've got all my grandchildren given a quilt, including little Michael, who is Mike's grandson.
oh, great.
Christiana's baby boy. And Christiana, and they live in South Carolina. He and his grandmother.
So Josie, Haven, Claire,
Yep,
Giselle, all the way down to
Yeah.
Alexandra,
Kai, all of them.
Kai.
Yep, everybody's got a quilt.
Great.
So that was fun.
So why do you do the quilts?
I guess I do the quilt so that in 1,200 years from now, when I'm dead, they can remember that Grandma loved them. I think that's probably the reason.
So why do you make these quilts for your grandkids?
Because I think they love it. And Taylor was probably the first example of really getting excited about it and calling me back. And so I think they really like it. And Olivia still today has her quilt on her bed. So it means something to them. So maybe, like I say, in 120 years when I'm dead, they'll remember me, or still love me, or still appreciate me. So.
What do you hope that they know? Like, about you?
That they know about me, that I like to sew. I guess that's a good trait to have.
Do you want to send them a message with these? On
I
some
do.
Most of the quilts you have these messages on
I
there.
do.
What's
And in those messages I say how important you are to me, or my family, or my life, or your family's life. And I also say things like, keep plugging along, keep going, keep trying, keep working at it. You'll get there. Someday you will get there. So don't give up.
I like it. So if you're giving these quilts to them to show your love for them, and maybe that they even develop love for you back and you have this connection between your grandkids.
That'd be great.
I asked them, what do you love about them? Why do you want to love them? Why do you love them? Why
Well,
do you
I
love
love them because I gave birth to their parent, their mom, their dad, whatever it was, and they are part of my soul. I'd cut off my arm for them. I love them deeply.
What else do you love about them? So what do you love about your grandchildren?
Well, I love that. I love to go to their whatever, primary presentation program, or their elementary school play, or their mission homecoming, or their mission farewell, or their graduation from high school or college or something. I remember when Clint graduated from college, and he said, they announced, keep it quiet, or something like that. Well, when he walked in the door, I whistled and yelled and ignored the rules. I don't know.
So that's when they're older.
Yeah.
What do you do with your grandkids that are little?
What do I do with them?
Yeah, what do you do with them? What do you like to do
Well,
with
they
them?
live in Texas. I live in Utah, so I write them letters. And I love to get a letter from them. When Leon goes and gets the mail, he'll say, there's a letter for you. I get all excited and go and drop everything I'm doing and read that letter right now. I love it. So,
I love that you are building connections with not just who's alive now, but through these quilts you'll have and hopefully build a connection, and it goes both directions
I hope so.
for many, 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 many years, decades. I don't know how long. I don't know how long.
Well, that quilt didn't last too long, but hopefully these other quilts will last a little bit longer.
So is there anything that you would like to say to a great-great-grandchild that you've never met?
Yes, let's see. One, I love you with all my heart. Boy or girl, whoever your dad or mom is. Two, I know that Heavenly Father loves you and Jesus loves you. I know that you can be successful in your life. Just don't give up. Just keep trying. And ask Heavenly Father for help, and He will be successful. I know that going on a mission is one of the very best things you can do to grow up. It teaches you how to budget your time and your money, how to talk to people, how to listen to people, and how to plan your time, how to get along with your companion, because you will have a companion. If you marry somebody, they're going to be your companion, and they should be your companion for life. And so I would encourage you, my unseen grandchild, great-grandchild, to go on a mission. I think that's probably the best thing you can do with your life when you're beginning to grow up. That's one of the great grow-up things you can do. And don't forget, I love you.